we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus, do take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases, masters their disciples. So it is that Ishtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya, lest we offend them. I bid you not speak her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood's border. Okay. Okie dokie. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? I'm going to Riktika. We're gonna go see Ishtola. Yes, of course. Right this way. I'm MSQing. We're gonna go see Ishtola.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder.
Everything's...
Of Ronka. To which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Raktika Greatwood. Oh. Lahi?
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Sidia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Is it him again? Emmett Selk, if you don't stop following us.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule.
Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
He's so grumpy, Thancred.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer.
He's like,
nothing
no.
more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
My goodness. The music here is so funny. It's kind of like a non-stop Ramu. Does Emmett Selk have a gem or giant stain on his forehead? That's something that the Garleans all have. The Garleans all have that on their heads. I don't know what it is, though, or what it's for. Displaying our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the light warden remaineth, the sin-eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of sin-eaters did I lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on. Wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gone.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now, surround them!
Y'shtola? Oh god, I wanted to show you guys my Urianger.
These sin eaters, they're not like the others.
Oh, I'm not a sin
There's
eater.
a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
Because we're not sin eaters.
They mean to kill us all.
Man, I'll kill all of you. Kupo? Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Well, this has to be
Enough.
Y'shtola.
Runard, report.
Master Matoya!
So she's the new leader of the Dark People?
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are sin eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not sin eaters, then what?
Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon
She
thee to
hates
have
us
thy
now?
comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
Me?
There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
And you don't know me.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
Puissant, he said.
It cannot be.
How does she not know me? I've not changed. Man, I thought she hated me. Don't do that.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons.
She's blind? Is she really?
Forgive us this hostile welcome.
I did not know that.
Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
I mean, I could it looks like it with their eyes. See, this is why I need to do an NG+. John, should I do an NG+ before or after Endwalker? You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travels in a more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Man, she scared me. Did she not scare you? She scared me. I thought that she hated me for some reason. I didn't know she could see me. I guess maybe I did remember that. There are tons of stuff you can do in the meantime. That's true. I guess I have all these levels I need to do. All of these levels I need to do. And we gotta make 50 million gil. Oh wait, I gotta bid on a house. I haven't bid on a house. I need to find a house.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Sorry. Oh. Cutie.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Man, I keep wanting to show you guys my little Urianger. I have a pocket Urianger.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand.
So many books.
I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
I guess without internet, you probably do read lots of books.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force.
Those look like Bungirl
shoes. No
shoes.
warnings and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
We brought you something.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
I like her earrings.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Yeah, Ishtola.
My struggles are none of your concern.
You made him moody again!
Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
And you made her sad. She's always sad.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Didn't we all just stop yelling at this poor girl? You have thoughts about Ishtola? Good thoughts or bad thoughts? It's his dad arc. Is he fatherly figure or I don't know. Well, was he a fatherly figure to the other Minfilia too? Because I don't know, it's coming off as he loved the other Minfilia. I feel like this is what she's saying too, that like, he loved her, but or that's what she feels like, is that he was in love with her? I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alice and Alphino had changed since arriving here on the first. Change is a part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. You're right. After my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worse. I will have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? Wait, are we supposed to be secretive? We can tell him, right? From the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Look at those fancy daggers. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may all have perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Is she sage now? Oh, she can't be. Sage was the next expansion. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. Oops. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again. Now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to as so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes. But fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Runar! Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Where did they get this water from? Where is this holy water from? That's not how you baptize somebody. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. Thank you for the tingle water, sir. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. They sabotaged it! Sabotage! The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right! You are sin-eaters! I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tuta. In the language of Ranka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. Ha 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 ha. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alin Tuta, and they will know you as friends of the Blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Alin Tuta! Wind and shot. Okay. To greet the villagers of Slitherbow. Alin Tuta! Alin Tuta. Oh, that's in party. The elder. Oh, she's smiling at me. Alin Shisi, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Oh, can I get some of that tea, though? Maybe you just stock me up with tea, just in case. Alin Tuta. Amaro Keep? Oh, these are like the Chocobo porters, except they're Maro. Alin Tuta! A newly come traveler, Alin Shisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea, the quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Alin Tuta! Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still so much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. There's more to learn about Slitherbow. Slitherbow. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there's anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Man, Memphilia is just turning into a shadow. That's fine. She needs a good role model, I think. Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ersabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill, you water. This is the only jug I could find which is small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Take a jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You have 45 seconds to complete the task? Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm transporting. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here? Where do I go? Here? Oh, there we go. I see it. Oh, plenty of time. Okay. Gotta get more Wawa. I was sad I wasn't able to run with that. Is it? Oh, this is the wrong one. Is this the wrong one? Am I in the wrong place? I can't tell. The darker. Oh god, I went to the cemetery? Oh no. Okay. Well, let's not be here. Oopsie poopsie. I thought that that was... Oh. Huh. Oh, maybe it's one over. Okay. We need some more. Only half full. I have 30 seconds? Oh god. Oh god. I think I had like... I think it only took me like 25 seconds. We should be fine. Boy. Whole plot has been thoroughly watered. Okay, fantastic. Easy peasy, Ursabel. I love your dress. So cute. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? Alan Tuta. You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she's no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You're most kind. Is there anything we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. That's enough for them to survive? I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history. There is a history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in a sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods, sin-eaters, I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Tadia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. All the times for the sin-eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down, but if they indeed have the touch, I would not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days passed. Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the sin-eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her hearthstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the hearthstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now... she's gonna say we're gonna go get it. We're gonna go get it. That's what she wants. I have experience fighting sin-eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoyo called you, Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Thancred doesn't need to know. What do you mean? Do you mean to say you'll come with me? Thank you. Let's hurry then, before he returns. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. There, the Sin Eaters. Wait, wasn't this the one that killed my friend? Oh, they have the same, they look the same. Yeah, these are the ones with the touch. They're actually really creepy looking. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Let's get to it then. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though, there are only two. Oh. I like her daggers. I want her daggers. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. By myself? Lahi. You remember when my friend got turned into a Sin Eater? That was pretty sad. Guess let's go find where that other one went. A dead Sin Eater on the ground. Look at that dead Sin Eater. Vampire Vine. The trees are, I mean, I know this is like a repurposed skin, but these trees are creepy. Like the treants? Treant? She better not be over here getting killed by a Sin Eater. Thancred would never forgive me. What is this one? Oh, it's increasing. And you or your dance partner executes a weapon skill. Well, how do I get it to start in the first place? Oh, shit. Oh my goodness. Come on, little Urianger. Hang out with me. Man, Minfilia. You killed it? Oh my god, she killed it? She killed a Sin Eater? We have to find the Hearthstone. So it was made of jade? How are we supposed to find a green Hearthstone here in the woods? Man, I'll go buy some jade. Yes, we found it. I found the jade Hearthstone. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you're a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. I see, I told you she needed a role model. The hero she was. I'm sorry, forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runor and the others are probably worried. Thank goodness you are safe. I'd begun to fear the worst. Have the jade. Don't know how we found it, but by all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even though we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others. It will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Oh, I know. I like that extreme. The ARR extremes I know pretty well. So if we got stuck in it, I feel confident that we would have been okay. Well, I've never DPS'd it. I've always healed it. Corey and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters, and as long as she accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna be a lot angrier than that. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Corey has business with us. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service. Is that a snowman? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Okay. She hands you a candle. She then points over a nearby corner where you might place it. Saying goodbye. Not like the heaviest nicotine. Craving there. I don't know why. This floor doesn't look comfortable, friends.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
I didn't know this was a child. Oh.
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
Why are we the only ones standing? We should be sitting.
We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Is it supposed to light up like that?
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Oh, wow.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
Well, that's what we're here doing. Why is she acting like we gave up on our plan? The plan is still a plan, Benfilia.
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
She is just a child, though, so I kind of get it.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
That's like the nicest he's ever been to her.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Orionje and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
There's like a weird sound in the back. I think it's like a bird, but it's... Urianger. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Maybe I should open these. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkin Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Exmaja? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkin Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkin text and translates into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cydia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolute necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Urianger. Then let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Clare to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so, they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them into the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Oh. Blessed Watchman. Do not interfere with our work. Well, I heard that you're out here killing people, so I don't think I can just let you do that. Seems a little rude. Rude! Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's a blessed... Oh, Child of the Everlasting Dark, and this is a Blessed Watchman. Are you okay? By the Blessed Dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought I'd take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? Could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. Perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. The guard returned to Slitherbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? I have 2 bags of bees, ma'am. The login screen didn't work for you? That is weird. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. Lie? Okay. Probably start wrapping this up. I do want to do the Orbone Monastery before. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spiders' nests. The fates are kind, the way will be clear. If the fates are kind... Okay, so we're going to be going left. Up is the airway. Do you see it? Bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes keeping it closed, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. Oh, we have bees! I forgot we have bees, and we're gonna do something with spiders. The bees are gonna attack the spiders. Thancred would like to do the honors. That should do. Now we wait. I expect them to, like, be screaming or something. Bees! By the abyss! They're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! Looks like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. I know the answer to that. You've been busy. Been busy? If she could come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loathing being bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready... We're ready, Y'shtola. The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Not really. Haven't had the time. Well, I hope that you find just a little bit of time to do something for yourself. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. Wait, what's she doing again? Taking this monument? On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can. You have so much PTO and no idea what to use it on? Take the longest vacation that you can. In October. See if there's aught to learn. Mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. Lahi. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory.
These paintings, they seem familiar.
Darkbird.
Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
Empire of Ronka.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all.
Like his glasses.
Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it? Compared to the others. Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
I kind of feel bad for Ardbert. I feel like I remember him being mean to us, though.
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.